store and process the data, right? Store and process the data. So in the initial days, the Hadoop was very good. Everybody using Hadoop in basically HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System, and MapReduce. Okay. After a couple of years, maybe in 2013, 12, 13, people were using MapReduce. After that, they're started using Pig and Hive. Okay. Now people are not using MapReduce. This is a crossword. This is completely stop using this one. And in Pig is not using Pig. Only Hive is using. Most of the people are start using Pig. Only Hive is using. Okay. Only this is the file is using. And next, people are going to use NoSQL. Previously, they are using HBase or Cassandra. Only HBase belongs to Hadoop course as just basics. Or now people are using HBase, Cassandra, or Bigtable. Okay, Rajesh, are you able to get these names?
Yeah, I understand all this.
Yeah, Rahman, MapReduce is a programming. We need to completely write the Java program for every simple and small thing, which needs to take lot of resources and lot of coding is required. On top of that, the companies called Hive, Facebook, and Yahoo developed Pig and Hive on top of the MapReduce program. So even I did not write MapReduce program in the last 3 years. Even 2015, I was writing. After that, I could not get chance because of it's not really required. The same thing I can do it in Hive in just in 1 hour. The same thing it could require minimum 5 to 6 hours time. Even not sure how exactly it is properly coming. Again, if I want to change something here, within 2 minutes I can change it. But even whatever the thing, if I want to change again, it will take another 1 hour time. That was the reason. Initial 2009-10 it was good, but now it's not good. So that is the reason everything is changing. But no, most of the people, this is a mandatory. HDFS is mandatory to using HDFS for storage purpose. Okay, Rajesh? If you learn Hadoop, maybe you maybe learn only HDFS, MapReduce, Pig, Hive, NoSQL basics of HBase, and some other things called Flume. Nobody using Flume. Now everybody using Kafka.
What is the purpose of human law?
Yeah, Flume is useful for read the streaming data. Suppose the cricket match is going on. Every 30 seconds, I want to read the data. I want to telecast in mobile or TV. I cannot telecast after 1 hour, right? I should telecast immediately, right?
Okay.
So that kind of thing. So anything is happening, any market is, let's take a Sensex market is going on. Within a second, you need to update with the website. What is
Yeah.
the rupee of the price, rupee value, and getting down, or gold value, or petrol, whatever it may be, which is going on completely streaming is required. Okay, so here in GCP, I'm going to cover storage area instead of HDFS. We are talking about the buckets. Okay, MapReduce is not really required. Paradigm we can discuss. And here, instead of using Hive, we are going to talk here is called BigQuery. BigQuery is nothing but Hive. Okay, here we are talking buckets. Here, yeah, Bigtable is again. We are going to discuss Bigtable. Bigtable belongs to Google. See, Google is already has an alternative for everything. Here we have a pub bar sub mechanism, or we can discuss Kafka. Okay, nobody using Flume, but we are using pub bar sub. So when when you are able to get all these things, why you need to learn again Hadoop? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was explaining you.
Understand it.
Got it, Rajesh?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, if you want to know what exactly happening in MapReduce, I can explain separately, half an hour to 1 hour time. It is not a big deal. Okay. So
Fine.
everybody using internally Hadoop only, but on top of that, everybody is implemented new tools. So which is very easy to use.
Yeah, I one NoSQL Flow.
Okay. Yeah. Along with this, you are able to get the Google Cloud also GCP.
Yeah.
So that is the reason all big data tools or Java applications are moving or migrating to Cloud GCP. And we are going to discuss microstar services, which is very, very important, popular right now in the market. Okay, I
Report
will discuss basics of microservice. Sorry?
microservice is a reporting tool.
No. It's a backend services. So you do you remember heard about web services, stateful service, stateless service?
Yeah, web services I heard about web
Like
services.
this is the backend. This is the serverless the request and response,
Okay, okay.
stateless. So nowadays very fast. So based on the request, if you take general any website, so based on the request, it should be scale up, auto scaling. The requests are more, then the server should provide more memory, more facilities. If you low, then it will use only low facilities like that.
Fine.
Okay. So that's what I would like to tell you. Please go with this one only. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So here you can understand very clearly in this particular slide. If you use your own premises, even for microservices will not be used in own premises. Microservices can be used only in a cloud. That will be then only you will get the good, I can say, benefits. So here you can see if you start a new company, the usage or requests are very low right now. Any company when you start, the sales are maybe requests are very less, right? Rajesh and Rahman.
Yes, yes. Correct.
But you have to install your computers with some base level, at least 16 GB RAM or 32 GB RAM and so processor, high processor, i7 like that. But even you are not using, you have to install and deploy all the high-end machines. But see, it will take minimum 1 to 2 years of time to reach this position to use the all the resources. But that means all 1.5 year you not utilizing, right? That means you are wasting a lot of resources. You are wasted a lot of money on top of this, right?
Yeah.
Maybe after 1 year or 1.5 year, then your requests or your usage is reaching here. Then you can feel happy. Whatever the RAMs or whatever the systems I have installed is good. Maybe after within the next month, it is crossed the sales and the business is very good. It is crossed all sales and requests. Then this software is or hardware is not sufficient. Then again you need to look for some alternative, right? Here you are less utilization, but you are providing big memory, huge memory. But when it's a crossing, but now you are using less memory, but a huge utilization is required. This is the problem generally. When you go for cloud computing, this is not at all problem. At this location, when you start a business, you can choose only 4 GB RAM with 3 core processor only. After 3 months, when business is increasing, automatically it will increase. After 1 year, it is increased 16 GB or 16 GB like that. If it is 64 GB required, okay, you can use 64 GB RAM. Only at that position, you can pay the money for that machine. Every day, you need not pay the high-end machines, right? Due to some problem, maybe after Christmas, maybe February, March, the sales will be less. Then it may be down. At that point, you will use less memory. Got it, Rajesh
Yeah.
Rekman?
Fine.
Yeah, this will give you more clarity about these things. So, did you guys try with the creating the instance? Just maybe in this weekend, Rahman. I think you have done right. Yeah. So, Rajesh, did you try to create a instance?
I didn't try it because it's a we need to add that credit card details and also that's why I didn't add it, those details and all.
Yeah, yeah. Will you try today? Is it possible?
I'll try today itself.
Yeah, you can give any credit card, no issue. It will not. I have done it around 3, 4, 5 months back, but still, if I'm using very carefully, once I complete any instance or any service, immediately I'm deleting or closing. Then it can be we can use this for one mail ID can be 3 to 4 months easily. So the last session we have created a VM instance in Compute Engine, right? So you have created that one, right? So now we'll see the remaining things which are supported for VM instances. In real time, basically, we will not create directly VM instance. First, we'll create the instance groups. Okay, we'll create a groups. By using those groups, we can use the instances. Okay, instance groups. Instance groups, just we can use the group name. We can use group Qt, quality that group, Qt1. Okay, description is fine. We can give or not. Quality that instance G group. Okay, here one important thing is single zone, multi zone. What is single zone? What is multi zone? Okay, single zone is nothing but storing data in one zone, whatever the data you are storing. Multi-zone will store the data in multiple zones, which will be useful for high availability. I hope, do you have an idea about high availability? What is high availability? Yeah, let me talk few things here. What you do you know, Rahman? What is single point of failure? HA, high availability, single point of failure. These are the two things we have seen in the distributed architecture. So high availability is nothing but okay, and here single point of failure. Okay, so if you select only single zone, it can be a like a single. It will not take more than one copy. When you use high availability, it will take multiple copies. As we discussed in my distributed architecture, when you have a 3-4 machines, okay, data we are storing here, right? We are storing data maybe in 3-4 locations, which can be called as a what is that? Making the data in duplicate copies. What is that, Rahman or Rajesh? Do you remember? That can be called as a replication factor, right? By default, it will be 3. Whatever the data you are storing here, that will be copied into 3 different copies. Same data set will be copied into 3 machines, like this, right? But if you observe here, this is a machine called master machine. Okay, suppose due to some reasons this may be down, but we have still 2 copies are available to process the data. It's not a big problem. But when the master itself is down, what will happen? Entire cluster will be down, right? No information can accessible, no information can be stored, or not able to read any data. This is called single point of failure. Okay, so instead of storing the data like this, you can have a one more in Hadoop or any big data architecture. We have a multiple high availability feature within one. Instead of one master, we have master 2 will be there. Even master 1 is down, master 2 will take care about the entire cluster. This is called high availability. Okay, if you select single zone, only it will data will be stored in a single zone. You can select the any zone, Asia South or something else B. Okay, then only the data will be stored in a single zone. But if you select in multi zone, you can see the data will be going to stored in 3 different zones. You can select the zone. If you select the US East 1, in the below you can see configure zones. It is already by default configured East to ABC, BCD, right? If I change it to some Asia, see all it will take the same Asia with different zones. In Europe, Europe will take the different zones. Okay. See, to maximize availability, we recommended that you select at least 3 zones. 3 are mandatory. Okay. Minimum 3 zones, it will take 3 zones. It will not accept less than 3. Understood? If you select single, then no issue. Only it will take the single zone. That's it. Okay. In generally, we can select the zone separately also. I'll tell you here. Okay. As of now, group is created with a group name and selected a single zone, and just you can select here. And next, group type, managed instance group and unmanaged instance group. In managed instance group, we need to select and we need to identify the instances, and we need to provide those things, which can be called as a creating a instance templates, and we can provide only those templates. Okay, unmanaged instance will be taken by default without selecting a specific thing. Always unmanaged will be best for load balancing. Got it? Unmanaged groups will be the best for load balancing. Here you need to provide the specific things. Only those things will be used, whether it is high volume or less volume. But unmanaged will take the, based on the situation, based on the loading, it will select. Okay, yeah, it can be see. It's a complete auto scrolling. Okay, auto handling. So by default, based on the situation, it will change. Got it? Here we have one more thing called instance template. We can create an instance template. You can use those templates here itself. Okay, if you see here, third one is same instance template. You can go here, or else you can create from here also. I'll create from separately here. Okay, so instance template will be just I'm not creating it up now. It will take by default. Auto scaling I can use on. If I use on auto scaling, by default it will be you utilize the resources based on the requirement. Okay, and again auto scaling can be configured based on the CPU usage or HTTP load balancing usage based on the request. Okay, stack driven monitoring or multiple metrics like this. So the auto scaling should be done by based on what? If I crossing 80% of the usage of memory, here you can see CPU usage, right? Targeting CPU usage. Then you can provide the percentage also. 60%, or I wanted to use 80. When it is crossing 80% of the usage, then automatically CPU usage, automatically new resources will be allotted. Okay, allocated. Got it? So like this, if you have not CPU, if I want to HTTP load balancing things, if you want, then you can say what is the dynamic scaling capacity. Based on that, you can change it. So mostly we will use the CPU usage. When more requests are coming, automatically CPU usage will be increased, right? So based on that, you can use. So minimum number of instances will be 1, maximum instances will be 10. Based on the requirement. But even the resources are not sufficient after 10 machines also, then it will not allot new machines. Only it will allow only up to 10 machines. Got it? If the usage of CPU is less than 80, then it will remove the new existing instances which is not really required, not using. Got it? Okay, suppose on CPU here, on CPU is running, suppose it is using more than 80% now, it's crossed 80% here, then immediately it will alert new one instance only. Okay, and this is also try to execute till 80%, and it is crossing 80%. Maybe it can be 90% by this time, and again it will add the new one more instance. Based on this, only one, it will take 111. So if I choose 2 instances here, when this is crossed 80% here, immediately it will add 2 instances. two will be sharing. When it is crossed again, these two crossed 80%, then it will add again two more. In the previous time, only one adding. When it is completed 10 missions, then it will stop here. It will not add new missions, even utilization is high. Here also same way. 10 missions only will add, but the only thing is this will be adding in 5 times. 2 missions, 5 times will add. Here, this will be adding 10 times, each mission will be adding one by one. So this is a completely configuration. By default, it will be 1 to 10. I don't want to use 10. I can use only 5 also. Okay. Just let me create. As of now, we'll see. And here you can see the auto scaling on CPU usage and the instance template we forgot here. We need to create an instance template. Just I'm going to create instance template 1. One CPU is fine, basic one. The hard disk I wanted to use change it to something else. By default, it is taking Debian. So now I wanted to select the Ubuntu 14, something like that. This is my template. Save and continue. Okay. Exactly, Rahman. One new VM will be added. Okay, now I have created this one, complete the group. One group is created. Now in this type, when I'm going to create any instance, anybody is going to create an instance, directly you can pick it from the groups. Yeah, just it may take 2 minutes. Yeah, now it is see, auto scaling, target CPU says 80%. After that is auto scaling, right? And a template, all this information you can click on here. You can see the mission details and everything here, as we've seen in the last session, right? So now I'm going back to Compute Engine again, VM instance. So I'm clicking on the products and services, Compute Engine, VM instance. Already one instance is created. I have created it as a group, right? Now you can see create instance here. And instance test2 is my instance name. So here I have already created a group, right? So here you can see zone and all other things are available here. Management disks. This is the information of the billing information. Upgrade your account container. See here you can change it to something else. Here you can see existing disks, right? See, I have created already one particular group of disks, so I can use this disk. So every time I need not worry about what kind of disk and what kind of operating system I need to use. No worries. First, initially, the project architect level, admin level, they will create all the basics templates. So just we can choose this one. We can select this one. Okay. You can choose and you can select. Simply, you can click on the HTTP traffic or HTTPS. You can create instance. Okay, this is the instance group, this is the instance. Now, basically, what exactly will happen in the real-time industry? As a developer, maybe you may not be create these things, but you should know how exactly groups are created and other things. First of all, they will select the zones in real time. First, they will select the which zone we wanted to use, because of based on the geographical location, based on the project, we will select the zone. It will be fixed, because of based on the zone itself, the pricing will be different, right? So suppose the project is completely implementing in India, then they will select the zones into Asia based, and the onshore is working on USA Central, then they will create a one zone into US Central, and the US Central zone will be into a group one, and the US India or South Asia will be created into a zone, India zone. So when we create an instance in as per development purpose, yeah, I think you know the development, all these things, right? Dev environment, right? Basically, we'll create a dev environment and a test environment, production environment. I think you know, right, these things, right, Rahman and Rajesh? Okay. Suppose the production environment always will be in USA. Development where exactly the project is developing. So now it is start developing in India. Testing also developing in India only. Okay. In this case, when they are creating a clusters, when they are creating instances and all those things, first they will create a one group for dev group development purpose. They will create a cluster for dev group. For that, they will select the zones into dev zone, like the product zone and a test zone. Okay, so they can we can choose whatever the exactly you wanted to select. But these are the different zones we can see here. Okay, then based on that, while we create a group, we need to select the exactly what zones you are going to use. See here, zone B in South Asia, one instance is running, right? So based on here, the information will be shown here. Based on that, we can create it. And next is the images. So what are all images are available as of now in the GCP? First, you should know, right? What are the zones are available? What are the images are available? Then here we need to select the which image will be perfectly suitable for application. This is will be decided in the starting level. Okay, are we going to use CentOS? Are we going to use Microsoft Windows or SUSE Linux? I think you know all these names, right? Different kind of operating systems. Red Hat, Debian, and Google itself is providing their own images. Okay. See, these are recently added, I guess, in 2016 only. These things on Google. And here you can see the other things are SUSE Linux. These are there from almost little long back, I guess. So these are added in the with the different dates. Okay, so when it is created, all the list of images are available. So we can choose and we can select what are the zones are available, what are the images are available. Okay, then after that we can create a snapshot. We'll create snapshot later, and we can create a disk separately. We can create a snapshot separately. Those disks and snapshots can be used in the instance template. Okay, working from backend. Okay, first we need to decide a whatever it may be. First we need to decide a what zones you want to use. Here first we will decide a zones. What are the zones we want to decide? After that, disks we need to decide. Second step, after that, we need to create images. Okay, or templates. Images we can decide. Then here we will create a templates. After templates, we need to create the real instance groups or instances. Okay, instance template. After that, instance group. Then here, instance or instance groups. Okay, then here this is a then on top of this we can have a real cluster will be created available. Okay, if you they don't decide these things, if anybody wants to create a new instance, so they may create a zone different, UK zone or something, but we are this is belongs to development, so 100% it should be selected by template dev template only. So when you select a dev template, by default internally it choose whatever the operating system, what is the disk and what is the zone and what is the RAM, everything will be chosen here. Just you can take the template, that's it. Got it? So I would like to ask you to create a simple exactly, yeah, when we create a template, instance template, simply you can select a template, that's it. Everything will be taken automatically because of the new admin, new developer coming maybe after 6 months. If they want to create any new instance, they doesn't know what was the happen in 6 months back, what are the zones and what is the instances and the disks we have to use. But if the templates are available, simply you can select the template, automatically everything will be taken. Okay, yeah. So I would like to ask you to create as a assignment or something like that, as a POC, just to create uh, okay, instance template, one instance template. Okay, here while creating the template, please create a single zone and a multi-zone template. Okay, and create disks with two different disks, two different disks. Okay. Okay, can you do these things? One instance template separate normal one, and one is single zone and multi zone. Just you can observe and you can see the things, and you can create the simple disk data. Okay, and we can see the data where exactly it is available, and so just you can create a some table or something like that. You can see that one. Okay, can you do this maybe by tomorrow session? Rajesh, Ahmed?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. So do you have any more doubts on creating the instance level? Okay, yeah, thank you. So in the next session, we will start with the app engine. What exactly app engine? What can we do app engine? So basically, how can we building web applications in the outside in the market currently in the companies in the last 5 to 10 years? Now, how it is becoming a simplified? How app engine is supporting to implement the new applications, any web application. So we can do it in very easily. So for that, we'll discuss what exactly web application, how it is implemented. Now we'll see one example here in App Engine. Okay. So others also will be joining tomorrow. So just I would like to stop here as of now today. So please try to create these two instances as a assignment, maybe in the next 15-20 minutes. Okay, guys. Okay, so we'll stop here now. We'll continue tomorrow morning, same 8:30.